everyone, Mr. Suraj here, and today along with me, one of my colleague who has graduated from IIT Bombay and currently working in the industry for past 3 years. And basically, he is from the computer architecture background, and then he will tell you in more detail. Hello, hi SK, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing good. So yeah,
Okay.
everyone.
Great.
I have done basically my master's and my bachelor's in computer science and engineering
Uh-huh.
from IIT Bombay.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, currently I'm working in industry, and yeah, I have a lot of expertise in the domain of computer science and engineering.
Okay, okay, understood. So, as you have mentioned, and you have already taught to the multiple students along with me, right, in the computer architecture and organization.
Yeah. So in the past 4 years, we have been connected and we have taught, let's say, around 50 plus students in this domain of computer architecture and
Exactly,
organization.
exactly. Yeah, that's true, SK. So, just to give the idea about this subject to the upcoming students, we are recording this video. So, what are the key topics in the computer architecture and organization which you suggest?
Yeah, so in the computer architecture, so we basically discussed about the CPU architecture and the microarchitecture, that is
Uh-huh.
the instruction set architecture,
Okay.
pipelining, superscalar architecture, out of
Mm-hmm.
order execution. Apart from that, we have memory hierarchy where we discuss about cache memory, our RAM. Then
Mm-hmm.
we discuss about various laws of benchmarking, let's say AMDA's law, or various
Uh-huh.
profiling tools and benchmark, let's say spec benchmarking.
Okay.
And the security aspect of the computer architecture, how
Uh-huh.
memory protection and access control is done, and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
the bus and the input output systems, the system bus architecture, the direct memory access, as
Mm-hmm.
well as the various processor types and the multi-core architecture, RISC versus architecture, single core versus multi-core,
Okay.
GPU versus accelerator. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in the end, we cover topics on parallelism, how we can do parallel data level parallelism, thread level, instruction level parallelism. So these are the various topics that we discuss computer architecture.
Mm-hmm. Okay, understood. Okay. And what is the book you refer to the students for the computer architecture?
So there are many books depending upon what curriculum has been used by the student. But basically, David Patterson and John Hennessy is
Mm-hmm.
the standard book that we use.
Okay, okay, understood. And going ahead, what are the very difficult topics student feels in the computer architecture, like something about the data path and all that, right?
Yeah, so basically the
Mm.
pipelining and the cache memory design and the parallelism part. So this subject is not very simple. It's a little bit, it requires a
Uh-huh.
little bit of more attention here. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we discuss each of the topics in detail so as to get the student is able to understand it very easily and with clear concept.
Okay. And then what are the key basics students should already know before starting this subject?
So we start the subject from the basic itself, but yeah, if a
Mm-hmm.
student needs to know a little bit about the digital logic,
Mm-hmm.
like uh, various gates, AND gate, OR gate, and
Mm-hmm.
has basic knowledge of some of the digital logic concepts, that is what is
Mm-hmm.
needed. But yeah, if the student is not aware of that, we teach it from the basic itself.
Okay. Understood. Okay. And then why exactly the computer architecture and organization is important subject in the students' learning journey? Can you give the idea about that?
Yeah, so if you let's say do any programming language, so you should have the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge of the architecture on what the where the programming language is being used. So if
Mm-hmm.
let's say you don't know how to utilize your existing hardware with
Mm-hmm.
the current software, so then you are not utilizing the hardware totally, right? So for
Mm-hmm.
any program, you'll not be able to utilize the optimal hardware of the program for your programming or anything. So for that reason is why it is required. And in today's world, you see, this industry is moving towards this computer architecture where chip design and everything whichever we do requires computer architecture knowledge. So that is
Correct,
why
correct.
this is a very important subject. You see
Mm-hmm.
companies of like Nvidia and all,
Mm-hmm.
they are basically require the skill of computer architecture and organization. Nvidia, Intel, Qualcomm, all of the big hardware chip, as well as software companies also need that for the low level designing of the software.
Correct, correct, correct. Understood, understood. And then exactly like some students has having this doubt is whether this is a electronics based subject or computer science based subject. What you suggest on that?
No, no, it is actually a combined subject where it is taught in both electrical domain as well as computer science domain. So
Mm-hmm.
people, so if have knowledge of this, so they can both of the knowledge is needed. It's not like one way path.
Okay,
People
okay.
from electrical background as well as computer science background needs to have this knowledge. Otherwise, this is
Mm-hmm.
a very useful knowledge to have in your career.
Exactly, exactly. Yes. And then now, if you discuss about some of the students' exam questions from the different universities, so what kind of questions normally we have taught to the students related to this computer architecture and organization?
Yeah, apart from the data part design and stuff, there are various numerical problems in cache memory as well as
Mm-hmm.
performance, how to determine performance of the instruction computer. So
Mm-hmm.
these kind of problems we discuss. And there are yeah, theoretical questions, logical questions, but yeah, apart from that, there are numerical questions as well as some design questions that we generally discuss during this class.
Okay, okay, understood. And I remember there was one project also we have done based on the computer architecture. So, what was that project? Maybe 1 year
Yeah,
back. Uh-huh.
yeah. It was basically designing of a pipeline processor. So it was a basic
Mm-hmm.
pipeline processor we had designed. So we
Mm-hmm.
designed 8-bit processor, 16-bit processor. Uh, so that was a pipeline processor where we used various instructions and we coded in VHDL as well as Verilog for
Okay,
both of
okay,
them.
okay, okay. So that was the things we have done. And now going ahead, another subject which you are good at, which is nothing but Linux Bash scripting, operating systems scripting. So can you tell more about that subject? What are the key topics?
Yeah, so in that we generally discuss. So that is where I'm working in the industry right now with having
Mm-hmm.
3.5 years of experience. So
Mm-hmm.
we dealt with this practical problems of Bash, where it can use to like automate cloud computing system. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I give knowledge to the students on how we can use this Bash and other operating system concepts and how to use
Mm-hmm.
Linux environment for better
Mm-hmm.
efficiency and automation purposes. So this is
Mm-hmm.
what we generally discuss in that course and some advanced operating system concepts as well as some of the basic concepts, let's say for pipe and other commands
Mm-hmm.
and some of the advanced things like how to use the editor, VI editor, or any editor properly, how to customize your Linux to make it better performance.
Okay. Okay, 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 understood. And then how exactly why this subject is important?
So this is actually a very practical course. So if you know how to
Mm-hmm.
use any of these automation tools, you can develop any automation tool in the future. And
Mm-hmm.
industry is still using a Linux space. So any big company, they are still using this Linux environment. And if you know how to use this automation tools and how to develop this automation tools, you can use it for your daily purposes. So as a programmer, you should definitely have this knowledge of automation for doing your work faster in the industry or as well
Okay.
as your college task or anything. So this is a very
Okay.
useful tool which was back and 30 years back also and currently also it is being used.
Okay, okay, okay. Understood, understood. Okay. Thank you very much, SK. And like, what is we are at the end of our discussion. So, what is the message you wanted to give to the student who are interested to learn computer architecture and Linux Bash scripting?
Yeah, so you have to focus on the details, and yeah, you have to practice this bash scripting, and you have to get the concepts clearer. So if you skip it, it is very difficult in future to grasp it again. So yeah, you should generally focus on the details, and yeah, if you want, we can have a session with the students and we can discuss further on whatever this second
Yes,
topic.
yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. Thank you very much, SK, for your time and the knowledge which you have shared. And
Thank you,
have a
thank you,
nice day.
thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Have a nice day.